Everybody, welcome back. Doing another Marvel Future Revolution video. In this one, we're going to be talking about the future, what's it hold. Specifically, we'll talk a little bit about the game, also the channel. So I'd love to hear from you guys on this. A lot of thoughts going through my head. I'm going to just spout some of those off while we go through them. But most importantly, please comment below or join the Discord, which is in the description below, and let me know from your personal opinion why you're here, what kind of content you were looking for. Was it just MFR related? Are you looking to follow the channel into future games, that sort of thing? Because, you know, I am looking around and seeing what's going on, just given sort of what's happening with MFR. So let's get into it.
Bring me WolverThor!
So I'm going to start with, again, Mastoris, the tracking of dev notes. We're at about 4, this was as of today. Yeah, today I'm shooting this, you know, September 19th. So we're sitting at about 40 days, which is about equal to the last time, which was the longest time. So I'm still sticking with, you know, dev note potentially this week, you know, say Wednesday, the 21st. And that would be a couple days away, which would land us around that 43, 42 day mark. So now what to expect from that dev note, if and when it comes, is I'm personally not expecting a whole lot. I'm expecting some general updates, you know, with what's going on. They put in game, if you haven't seen this, it's in the workshop where if you're you go there and you see for the what is it, the invasion badges. You know, we haven't had an invasion in some time now, which is to me the weirdest thing in the world, and is one of the I'd say bad signs, because it is I guess, I don't know, I'm not a coder, but you know, you literally click a button, let's call it, and you make it so that, hey, this thing that we already have fully integrated into the game and have done you know, at least once before, have that run again. And to me, not doing that is sort of weird. It's like, why not just have that in game? So anyway, I'm hoping that in this dev note that they do have that, and that they're going to explain how they're going to run their system, because, you know, like I mentioned, their invasion system, because like I mentioned, so if you come here, let's see where it's not, I think it's in here. No, here we go. So no, is it this one? No, that's a Dark Zone battle badge. Where are our, let's see, let's go back a second. Special badge creation, that's right. So okay, yeah, so they've got, I believe they messed this up. They accidentally put this in here early. I think it was something they didn't mean to do, and they just said, you know what, we don't care, just leave it out there. And so in here in their special badge creation, they've got all of these badges, and you can build with the epic invasion seal. So there's no longer or rather, these are the seals, these aren't the direct badges, but for anybody who wants to make the special badges, you know, you should, as you might not know, you'd come here and it would tell you, and of course it's not giving me an option, but whatever, there we go. So it would tell you that, you know, you need these seals, the Crow's seal specifically. So to make Crow's seal, you get the epic invasion seal, you get whatever one you want, it's instant complete, and then you go over here and you make your special badge. So I think their intention is to cycle invasions that we've already got, and we are going to get those what are they? I already forgot what they're called, the epic invasion seals, and you're gonna make these other ones. And you know, I don't know if they're going to continue to release invasions in the future and maybe add them to this, or maybe they're just gonna have it so, hey, no, now we've got a new invasion, you know, the Wakanda Forever invasion's gonna be here, and you could do that and you'll get epic, or these again, I'm like drunk or something, I don't know, epic invasion seals, and you can come in here and craft the Black Panther seal, or the Wakanda seal. Maybe they'll do that, and so as they add new ones, they can easily do this, or if you want to craft an old one, you can do this. Frankly, I think that's a great idea to have in the game. But anyway, so to this note, I mean, that to me is about the most I'm gonna expect. In that note, I also am hoping for some sort of like, guys, what the heck's been going on? Like, why aren't you talking to us? Are you gonna acknowledge anything? Like, again, I mean, the reason we found out that, you know, nothing was really happening was because, you know, we found some articles in Korean. I mentioned in my other video on that when we were finding them, is that Netmarble's fault? You know, not necessarily, but they could easily, you know, post in any dev note. I mean, this was, you know, 2-3 months ago. They could have said shortly after that, hey, we've got to change the course of our game because we've had to adjust for whatever reason. We're just letting everybody know the game's not going to be quite what it is. And I personally think that's important because as a consumer, you know, if you go into a store and, you know, sometimes you can realize because you can physically see, you know, it's taking them longer to get me my product, whatever it is that I'm getting. Whereas in a game, you can't necessarily see that. So in my mind, it's the right of the consumer you have to follow the rights of the consumers, meaning you owe it to the consumer to say what the product that you're giving them is doing, or if you're adjusting that product. And to me, it was clear that they were definitely doing that, and they knew that they were going to do that. So it's kind of like, well, why wouldn't you let us know this? I don't know. So I think that's on them. I hope that they come forward and say, you know, openly, hey, yes, we did do this. You know, we're sorry. And here's a projection and a look into the future. Am I expecting that? Man, honestly, I don't know. I'd like it. I don't know if we'll get it, but I'd like it. So next, the channel. What am I going to do with the channel? Now, I'm still playing MFR every day. I want to play MFR every day. I'd like to do videos every day on it. I'd have to say, though, that, you know, I get comments a lot that they say, hey, you're putting videos out every day. That's, you know, how do you know, I'm like, well, I've got this gigantic list of, you know, concepts that I come across that I want to do a video on this and this and this and this and this and this. And any day there's not an obvious one, I'll go back to my backlog of ideas. And I will have to admit that has become extremely difficult. There's just only so many times that I can go back to an idea that I was just like, this is definitely something I want to shoot on. You know, I can do videos like this for sure, talk to you guys a little bit, but I also don't want to have a video like this every other day, because it's just like, you know, I'm sitting here going, what's up with the game? 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 Like, that's not, I don't know. Again, let me know in the comments below. It's not interesting to me. If everybody else thinks it is, great, but I'm guessing you don't. Here and there, fine, get it. We want to talk about the issues in the game, etc. But, you know, a lot, no, we're not trying to do that. We want to talk about strategies, different builds, you know, ways to, you know, fight against each other in game, you know, different game modes, stuff like that. Offer reviews. I mean, shoot, we didn't even get an update to the, you know, store in September. It's like, okay, all right. So it's like, Netmarble, you want to help your content creators out and give us some content to cover? So for that, I've been wondering what I should do, because I started this channel just because I was helping some alliance mates in a different game, the game I played prior to this, MSF. And I just thought, you know, they kept asking me questions. I kept getting them information based on the stuff I was doing. And someone says, you should put this on YouTube. And I was like, okay, sure, yeah. And so I just started putting some of it on YouTube, and it was here and there. It wasn't every day. And it was just like, this is fun. This is cool. And the channel grew from there. And to the point where I have been doing videos every day for quite some time now. Almost broke that streak yesterday and today, but I have a feeling that streak is going to get broken soon. Just because I don't know if I can put a video out every day on something, at least MFR related, that's intriguing. So I'm thinking about what to do with the channel. I love Marvel. I wanted to cover things Marvel, but I also fundamentally like to cover things that I feel good about. They don't have to be perfect. Obviously, I've criticized Netmarble. I've been doing videos here. I would continue to, do it. I'd covered MSF for a long time and was very critical on a lot of things they had there. The reason that I stopped covering that game and playing as much is because it was just a full-time job, meaning playing the game. And I'm like, that's insane. Like, I can't do that. I'm a working adult. If I ever did so well on YouTube where it could be my full-time job and would feel good for a long term, sure, maybe I'd do that. But I have kids, a mortgage, like I can't risk that. So I've got to cover something that makes sense. Now, I've started to look into some other games. I really want to hear from you guys. I'm guessing most of the people who are here came here because they wanted to see Marvel Future Revolution content. But I'd like to know, are you here just for MFR? Are you here just to, as a community, you want to see what happens? You're cool to see what video games I cover. You're interested in the MMO, scenario. Because I'll say that was the biggest reason that I was most excited about this game, is that I am a big fan of MMOs. I just love just engrossing myself into a game, having one, maybe two-ish avatars that I'm building up. I'm going to do things. I was a WoW player. I played Guild Wars 2. I dabbled in a couple other ones, but not seriously. And I just really love that, sort of guild alliance camaraderie where you go to do an objective against another guild or whatever. You're trying to be a world first. That stuff is fun to me. And I like it. I've always enjoyed it. I think it's super cool. And I hope to cover that in the future. Sadly, there is not a lot of games out there right now that are super attractive. A lot of people are talking to me about some mobile games. I have to admit, I was having a conversation with my wife this weekend, really, it was with my parents because I was hanging out with them. And eventually I talked to my wife about it. My son was playing some game, and he's 5. We were doing some work around the house, and we just needed him to, really, be distracted with something. We didn't have any toys. So we say, here, hop on your iPad, and sometimes he plays those Ryan games, if you're familiar with Ryan's Toys Review. But anyway, I saw him playing this whatever the farm game was. I don't know if it was Farmville or something, but I looked at it and I'm like, this is a gacha game. Like, this is just, and I immediately, and my mom was sitting there, and I explained to her. She said, what do you mean? And I showed her, and I said, and some things popped up, and I'm like, see these timers, like, see these resources, they give you enough for the little bit, and then look, here you go. And my son hit a button and another button, and it said buy. And luckily, we obviously don't have a credit card there. So anyway, the point of all that story is that I do have a fundamental problem with gacha gaming. I don't like it because I think that there should be some regulations to it. Again, I don't want to regulate people's life. If you're so stupid that you want to mess up your whole life, I feel bad for you. But I don't think, I still think there should be some regulations to help that a little bit, because I'm very sensitive. I've had some friends who have put themselves in precarious situations because of that. And so I am sensitive to it. But I don't like the fundamental idea of gacha gaming. I just think that it's too predatory. I think there are games out there like that are at an early age, teaching these children to, do these certain things. So I'm trying, the point of this again is I'm not sure how much mobile gaming stuff I want to cover if it's purely gacha. MFR is, it does feel, and this is probably gonna be hotly contested, but I feel like it's less gacha and more, game. But for me, again, I'm very easily fine not paying for things. I'm fine being, I've been 2 to 2-1 power for, several months now, and I haven't changed. So I want to know what you guys think as far as the channel. I am going to cover some new games that are probably not going to come out for a couple years, maybe longer, just some general, like what these look like, because I want to see what I think about them. I want to put videos out and see what you guys think about them, that sort of thing. And there's a chance that I might not have videos out every day unless I can find something that just really makes sense. So let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. Join the Discord, like I mentioned, hammer down that like button, notification bell, subscribe. I keep planning on making content. Hopefully you guys are interested in it. And until next time, I hope you have a wonderful day.